Oh, here we go. Hello, travelers of the internet. Welcome back to Guardian Studios. Or if you are new to the channel, welcome to you. My name is Gyros1, and I am your host, guide, and humble bard into the worlds of virtual and fantastical. And I am very pleased to welcome you all back to the channel, where in the case of the newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience. We are diving back into the world of Gyros, my friends, where we have a lot to do. And I want to get as much of it done as we can in this session. Last time, you guys may remember, we started working on digging out a space to build a greenhouse. Yes, a greenhouse. Why a greenhouse? Because I need somewhere better for my crops. Yes, they were in a good spot with the garden that we had going on, but it wasn't good enough for me. I want to put them somewhere even more safe and secure, and the best place I can think of is a greenhouse. Plus, this way we'll be able to add in the beehives and properly corral the bees to help with, well, with the farming. At the very least, that's my current plan. We'll see if it actually ends up working, but I have a feeling that it will. I have a feeling it will. Just got to set this up. Hello, Ellison. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see ya. Glad you can make it to the stream. How you doing? You doing all right? I hope so. Does that seem sufficiently natural to you? Alright, got a path to there, got a path from the door down to the greenhouse. Oh no, Timmy's still mad about the, about his chicken? About how you took his chicken and made nuggets out of it? I wonder why. You know, I still say he probably wouldn't have had a problem if you had just asked him first before taking off with his chicken. I mean, the fact of the matter is, chickens are easy to get more of in Minecraft. You go and pull something like that, gonna make a chicken jockey mad. You should have just asked for the chicken before you went and made nuggets out of it. Probably would have avoided the whole problem, Ellison. Probably would have avoided the whole problem. Oh well. You done goofed now. Hope you're ready for the repercussions. In any case, getting back on track, we have got to build this place up, and we've got to do it good. I already have a plan to make sure that this place has everything we need. I'm going to put the beehives at one side, the flowers at the other, the crops lined up in between, like we had in the garden. Only we're going to have a little bit more room. And it's all going to be contained under glass. So the bees aren't going to just be wandering around. We may put a hive or whatever up here on the surface nearby so that there's still bees buzzing around the this area over here, because I actually kind of liked that. But we're going to make it so that it's not as prominent. We want most of the bees to be contained and focused on the flowers and the crops. Focused on getting to the flowers and, in the process, pollinating our crops. We can get that going, we'll be good to go. Now, I need those bits. Do I have any trapdoors? I have one. Good, that's a foundation. So I want to still maintain the Hobbit Hole aesthetic inside and outside of the greenhouse. Basically making this whole area very Hobbit themed. We'll go out here, pop that there, that there, that there, and that there. Doop, 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 doop. I'm thinking mangrove wood for the door. What do you think? Think that'll work? Some mangrove wood for the door? Nice big red door? Actually, come to think of it, maybe not. Because I was already planning on doing mangrove for my bedroom door. Yeah, that should calm Timmy down. Getting a chicken to the face. I mean, hey, at least it's a new chicken. You finally given him the chicken that he lost. So he shouldn't have an issue, right? Right? I don't know. I'd be hoping, but I wouldn't be counting on it. He might still be a little bitter. One thing to know about baby zombies. They are, especially chicken jockeys, they are not exactly the most reasonable bunch. I mean, there's one Minecrafter that got cornered by one of them things, and he ended up getting obliterated. Just hope that Timmy doesn't have the, isn't one of the diamond chicken jockeys. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Or you can get yourself a baked potato. I'm sure there's a villager, or, I'm sure one of the villagers will sell you some good food. Might even be a butcher or two that will sell pork chops. Mmm, pork chops. That's good. That's good. Why do I suddenly have this ironic image in my head of a Technoblade themed pig running a pork chop stand? I have a very weird and twisted mind sometimes. But I like it. You know, I kind of wish there was a way to make piglins in the main game, in vanilla, able to appear, able to survive in the overworld. Because then you could have one sitting in a building as like a proprietor of a shop. And then you could actually have a pork chop selling piglin. How weird but funny would that be? I think it'd be very weird but very funny. Not exactly the kind of door I normally use. I'd rather use one that's nice and solid. But it works. It works. It's on the wrong side. And I just realized I can't even do that because bees could trigger it and get out. Okay. Alternative plan. Not gonna work because I don't... I went and made the thing the way I did. There we go. So for the greenhouse, we use a button to get in and out. I mean, it kind of fits. Kind of still works. Until it doesn't. Until you open the door and forget. Okay. So, we're just going to have to deal with the risk of the bees getting out. It would be nice if there was a way to ensure that the bees don't try to get out of the greenhouse. But I don't know how to make that work. I don't know how to make sure that they can't get out without overcomplicating it, you know? Because there's a pressure plate type that we could use that requires an actual entity to press it in order to make it work. But that works with any entity. That's where the problem comes in. It would still be able to work for the bees. The bees would still be able to brush over the pressure plate, trigger it, and go out the door. Otherwise, it would be perfect. I just saw that Ellison went and phased through the ground to go get chicken nuggets. That's funny. That's very funny. Getting herself into so much trouble with the baby zombie, with a chicken jockey, just for chicken nuggies. Just for chicken nuggets, you get yourself into all kinds of trouble. Not a good idea. Bit of advice. If a chicken is owned by a chicken jockey, leave the chicken alone. Either that, or at least offer to replace the chicken. Possibly you can get away with just sharing the nuggets. I can imagine there's some chicken jockeys that wouldn't mind their chicken being lunch or dinner if they got to sample some of what was made. Chicken jockeys are vindictive like that. They are cold like that. Consider how many have ended entire Minecraft worlds just out of spite. And I'm telling you, those things, chicken jockeys, they love to cause trouble just to spite a player. Hey, Ryan and Cassie, good to see you both. Thank you for the rules, Ryan. How you doing, Cassie? You doing all right? You having a good day? I sure hope so. I hope you're having a good day. Trying to determine how big I should make this. I'm doing pretty good, Ryan, and what I'm doing is working on my in-ground greenhouse at the Hobbit Hole. Yeah, that's right. I'm making a greenhouse that's partly sunken into the ground. That's the plan, anyway. Hopefully it pans out good. Do I know for sure if it will? Nope. I'm still trying it. Yeah, I hope your shoulder gets better, Cassie. I'm sorry you got hurt. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. My idea is kind of to do something similar to what we did in Winter Harbor, but shaped a bit more to match the arc of this front to the Hobbit Hole that it has. Do I have this wolf yet? I see wolf. I must... Do I have this wolf yet? Do I have that wolf yet? I don't know if I have that wolf yet. I do. I do. Okay. He's gone anyway. What is a bat doing out here? What the hey? How did he... How did he spawn out here? Is that my fault? I think that might be my fault. I think he spawned out here because of me. What a little jerk. He's out here trying to be annoying. I know he is. That's what bats do in this game. They fly around squeaking up storms and making noise and being irritating. That's just what they do. Funny, Ellison. Yeah, I'm hoping it will be, Cassie. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to work the way I want it to. If it's going to look right. But so far, it's proving interesting. One small problem. I gotta make a bridge over it at one spot. Bridge could be right there. And then... No, that doesn't quite work, does it? Not the way I was thinking of doing it. Hang on. How am I gonna do this? I guess I'm gonna have to expand it a little bit to make it really work with what I want to do. Because ultimately, I'd like this to have all the crops in it. So, let me see here. If I go up the middle... Nice job, dude. Don't expect me to let you out of here. You got anything for sale that's worth a darn? An invisibility potion? I never end up using those. So that's a no. Alright, what I'm thinking is... Go up the middle there. One section here is going to be for sugarcane. One section is going to be for melons. I'm thinking... Have this be where the bridge will be above. And this is where the melons will be in the greenhouse. 2, 4, 6. So 12 spots on each side if we keep it at this size. Well, like 10 spots. Because I want to have this running up the middle if I can. That's where it's not going to work. This thing's going to have to be even bigger than I intended if I want to have all the crops in here, all the farmable stuff. Because if I do this way, melons would be here, their soil would be here, and this is where their water would be. Unless... No, that's not how I wouldn't have to do it that way at all. I could have, oh, hang on. I know how to make that work. Do that. And if the sugarcane is right here, the soil is right here, and then we mirror that on this side. It's not quite how I want to do it, but it's a solid start. Because I want glass to be over most of the crops. Melons and pumpkins, I'm not too worried about them being... I don't know. I'm trying very hard to make this be somewhat realistic of where everything is, you know? I might be trying too hard to do that. You have 30 seconds to leave. Alright, nope. You used up all your time. Being an idiot. New idea. Let me think. Nah, it's getting dark again, isn't it? When the fireflies out. When the fireflies come out by a firefly bush, you know it's time to go to bed. Yep, there they are. Okay, inside, go to bed. This just be a boundary spot. Might expand it a little bit. This is proving quite problematic. Oh, okay. Nope. Don't knock out that. This thing might end up being kinda long. But you know what? I'm good with that. I'm good with it being a little long. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. It's matched on this side. Only over here, we're gonna just do dirts. What I'm thinking at the moment is copper grates up the middle, waterlogged. Hello, Baloo! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Hope you enjoy your time here on the channel. As long as you can abide by our family-friendly policy, you are welcome here. Assuming that you are a newcomer. I explain all this. Because I don't recognize your name, so... kinda figuring you must be a newer viewer. Got to make sure you know the rules, eh? So yeah, what I'm thinking is waterlogged copper grates in each of these troughs here. Over here we'll have sugarcane, over here we'll have melons and pumpkins. And then back here, I'll set up the crop farm. But it's gonna have to be a little bigger. kind of reshaping the whole area based around this plan. But you know what? I'm glad to do it. Gives us a functioning space for a bee farm and a crop farm. Because I'm going to set up the bees so that I can farm them a lot easier if I can manage it. If I can set them up to be easier to farm, I'm going to. Alright, come on. I'm singing about the moon and the June and spring. Come on, break it all down. There's a lot more stuff in my way than I realized. Come on, let me sleep. 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 Let me go to sleep so I can skip this. The stinking time. I want to move along. I want to get on with what I am doing. But I'm asleep. So come on, let me sleep, you dumb thing. Stinking game, let me sleep. Let me sleep. Was there really that much time before I'd be able to sleep? There we go. Hey, welcome back, Ryan. Welcome back. Okay, so what we've got so far. This is where I plan to do melons and pumpkins. This is where I'm going to do sugarcane. And then back here, we're going to do a big old crop area where I'm going to have all 4 of the major crops. Might do some raised beds in between these sections for soul sand. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Have a raised section for soul sand to be put in place. Ugh. Still 2 blocks shy of having enough room for 2 sets of 4 rows if I do that. Still kind of messes things up. Oh, is that right, Ryan? You making yourself dinner? Nice. What you having? Just 'cause I'm curious. What are you having, my friend? Glass here. Glass here and here. Make a bigger section of glass here and here. And this is where the last support would be, and then this would be where the back wall would be. I just realized, with the way this is set up, this can stand on top of the back wall, and it'll work. Pasta and meatballs? Ooh, sounds good, Ryan. Hello, Sorrento! Sorrento! Welcome back to the channel, my friend. How you doing? Doing alright? I hope so. Oh, great. So we got 2 people that do that? I didn't realize we had 2 people that do that. Oh, no. They're multiplying! The chicken jockeys are multiplying! Oh dear. Run! 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 They're coming for you! Alright. Yeah, that's a very unnatural mound, but you know what? I don't give a darn. Our greenhouse is going to be in this spot. It is going to be good. It is going to be very nice. I am going to be very proud of it. I am making a greenhouse that is partially sunk into the ground. That was kind of funny there, Ryan. Good job. Alright, zombies, come get some sword to the face. I'll cut you to ribbons! Slash you to pieces! I'll slice and dice! Excuse me, but the most safest place would be Ganga City. It's where I grew up. 'Tis a hidden city. City. Can you take us there? On second thought, no. Not really, no. No. It's embarrassing. But, Manfred might have been banished. I'm gonna stop there, because otherwise I will keep going. Okay, so I've got to figure out some way to shield that area, that porch, from being invaded, because right now it can be invaded by the nasty things, by creepers, among other things. There, that should help. Cut down on the risk. I mean, stuff can still drop in from above, but there's much less risk of that. Hey, the pasta! He can go about his business. You can go about your business. Move along. Move along. Move along. Pasta with the meatballs. Approved. Much approved. Hey, Mario would very much like the pasta. Pasta. I had some myself the other night. It was delicious. Didn't have meatballs, unfortunately, but it did have a nice tasty sauce. Once upon a time, there was some reason why I didn't care for pasta sauce. Nowadays, I couldn't begin to imagine having a bowl of pasta and not having some kind of sauce. If it ain't got sauce, it ain't a proper bowl of pasta. That's my new policy. Give me pasta sauce, or don't give me pasta. Well, usually. There are occasions where I just don't have time to get the sauce made, so I'm like, you know what? Let's just do this sauceless. It ain't gonna be quite as tasty, but it's still gonna be good. Which one? We talking the one about Bilbo? Is that the one we're talking about? Because, I don't know. I don't think we ought to risk it. I don't think we should risk it for this biscuit. Because we risk it, we could lose this biscuit. If you're asking if I could have it playing in the background, no. I definitely can't do that. That is way too risky. That particular tune is bound to be on a radar, and the moment such a radar is tripped, you get trouble. And I can't risk that. Probably a different definition of the word biscuits than what I'm used to, Ryan. But that's interesting. It's interesting to think about how sometimes different words, sometimes the same word has different meanings to different cultures. If I thought I could get away with humming or singing the tune of Hobbits, that Hobbit theme, I would. But again, that's a song that I figure is probably on a radar, and if it gets tripped, I get zip. Right in the strike zone. So, I don't really want to risk that. Unfortunately. Some would say, what's life without a little risk? I say a life that is still quite worth living. Don't get me wrong, it stinks like crazy that I can't do it without running the risk of having a problem, but I'd rather go the course that avoids potential trouble where I can. You know what I mean? Which one's that? Would it be, there once was a ship that put to sea, the name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The wind blew up her, bade him down below, my bully boys blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on our away whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Well, soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. Yeah, that one I'm pretty sure is okay. I've never had any trouble for doing that tune. So I'm good with doing that song. Now, where was I? Oh, yes! Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. Hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Hang on. I gotta get all this glass. And these furnaces. And put them back where they belong. The furnaces, I mean. Not gonna be their permanent home, but that's where I'm putting them for now. Where was I? I just did the third part, so... I'm hearing zombie noises and it's annoying me. I've said it before, I'll say it again, that's the one problem with the current, the vibrant visuals as it currently stands. It makes it harder to tell when it's nighttime. When it's properly nighttime. Dagnabbit, stop building them downwards. I'm not trying to do them downwards. Hey, Payton. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. How you doing? Doing alright? I hope so. Alright, where was I on the song? Before the boat had hit the water, the whale still came up and caught her on to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not agreed. He belonged to a whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. Looking good, looking good. This isn't quite what I was originally planning for. I'm having to adjust this as I go, but I like what we got going so far. Well, mostly. This part here kind of bothers me, but I can endure. Mostly. I don't know. It doesn't quite feel... This is part of why I wish we had glass slabs. I wish we had glass slabs. Does anybody else wish that? Because I sure as heck do. Come on, Mojang, you're sleeping on this. You're sleeping on this. Glass slabs. I'm telling you. It would get a lot of positive attention. It would be good for the game to have glass slabs. I definitely think that one day we will have to recreate all this in some form of modded Minecraft. Or if add-ons become available that have glass slabs and such things, we will indulge in that. Probably make it look a lot better than it does. Because I'm sorry, but it doesn't look that great right now to me. Mostly because of things like this. That bugs me. I could have done this a lot better. But I'm limited by what vanilla can handle. Zadum bum bottom bum bottom bum bottom bum. Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum. Hello, Stuff. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to the channel, my friend. Pretty sure we've seen your name here before. Good to have you. I'm going to need a lot more sand. A lot more. Hmm. Hum, hum, hum. Hum, 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 hum. Well, at least the greenhouse is making progress. That's a good thing. The not so great thing is we gotta go get more of the sand. Continue to make the glass, and we need to continue construction. We're probably gonna end up with more sand than we need. More glass than we need. One or the other. I'm fine with that. Hey, pandas! Oh, they're stuck overlapping each other. Poor pandas. Stuck like glue. Until something finally forces them apart. Hmm. Oh yeah, I was gonna make the diamond axe to make the, Yeah, that hasn't panned out yet. Oh, hello. Six stacks of sand ought to be good enough. Or at least, you would think so. We'll find out shortly. Or, we'll find out ere long. Let's put it that way. Okay, so this is just a beach. This is no desert. But I know there is a desert somewhere. Wow, we're already full up. Okay. That didn't take nearly as long as I was expecting it to take. That's cool. do, 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 do. Glad to hear it, Ryan. I'm out trying to get some more sand to make more glass because I didn't have enough to finish the surface, the roof of the greenhouse. Hopefully this will be enough. Now I gotta make my way back with the moon rising. And the monsters coming out to play. 'Cause when spooks have a midnight jamboree, they'd break it up with a fiendish glee. And I do not want them targeting me. Bye-bye. Nevermore. Running, 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 running back to home. Running, 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 running all alone. Running, 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 running from all the guys of bones. Running, 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 running away home. That's what we've got to do. Boing, 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 boingy, boing, boing, a boing. I think a skeleton tried to shoot me and shot one of my cows instead. That's what it kind of sounded like happened. That's kind of funny. But also kind of not, because how dare they? How dare they attack my cow? Okay, we are going to have to do something I don't like doing. I must cook up some charcoal, because I am out of charcoal. Okay, this'll work instead. Coal and charcoal. Got coal to satisfy our needs. Hmm. 7 stacks. Got to really hope that that's enough. Otherwise, I've got to figure out how to get to a desert that'll have enough sand to handle all that I need. But I really do think that this should be enough. Heat's coming back tomorrow, Ryan? Ooh. You play it safe, my dude. You make absolutely certain that you play it safe. Okay? Try not to get overheated. Alright. Unfortunately, that is gonna have to do it for this session. See, I don't like this. I don't like how uneven this part is. That bugs me. Ugh, I may have to do some adjusting at some point. Try to fix this mess. I really do think that I'm gonna have to look and see if there's any kind of add-on that adds glass slabs that I can use. If yes, great. If not, then we'll wait and see what we can really do to make this look a lot better in a Java Edition run. But for right now, that's gonna do it for this session. It didn't fix my skin again. It keeps doing that to me, messing up my skin. Anyway, I'd say this is good progress and a good spot to sign off for now. I gotta wait for the glass to cook up anyway. So for right now, everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you all ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to leave likes and comments. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Check out the About page for links to other pages with more content from yours truly. Share the channel with your friends if you think they might enjoy the content too. And, of course, do not forget to slap that notification bell once you subscribe so that you don't miss the next stream or video. That all being said, thank you once again for watching. I am JGardo1, your guide, bard, and humble host into the world's virtual and fantastical. And I'll see y'all next time, right here on Guardian Studios. Oh, right. Hang on 1 second. If I don't go ahead and at least put the 1 back, it'll bother me. Okay. Bye!